yeah, I decided that my relationship with God needed to change my freshman year of college at Wheaton. Um, I just came to an all-time low in my life for various reasons, and I think everything just hit rock bottom, and it wasn't really a choice at that point of if I needed God. It was more of what would I do without turning to try God, because I had tried pretty much everything else in my life. So, yeah, I would say it was specifically about February-ish of my freshman year. I hit rock bottom. So that was the turning point in my life. Yeah, so I would say first of all, I started journaling, and initially I started journaling because I was angry and I just wanted to have my thoughts on paper, and I didn't think that it would really make a difference in my life. And slowly those journals kind of turned into more of prayers, and whether those were angry or crying out, but they were essentially prayers to God. A lot of times during chapel, and I would journal, and that really helped. Also, another thing that really helped was listening to music on my iPod, just kind of being alone with God and listening to worship. Specifically, the Shane and Shane CD was just really in depth for me and really scriptural. So those two things were the jumpstart to my turnaround. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to, I guess I wouldn't say I was necessarily discouraged, at least initially, just because I was coming off of such rock bottom that really anything was better than that. So it was hard for me to compare being discouraged. Honestly, I felt really lifted up and encouraged during that time, at least for the first 3 to 6 months. And I know that's not the case for everyone, but for me that was the case. Obviously, since then I've had a lot of struggles and trials, if you will, but I guess I just felt so relieved and embraced by God that I didn't have any discouragement initially, I guess. Yeah, so I think the most encouraging thing was probably just the fact that there was hope and there was an answer, as cliche as that sounds. Because I think I was at that point, like I said before, I was such rock bottom that anything other than that was encouraging. So, I think it was, it was like you're searching and searching for something, and then finally you see another door. So that was really encouraging, I guess, in that sense. What was the question, I guess? Was that the question? What was encouraging? Okay. Yeah, just that fact that there was another way out, another option. And not only was it another option, but it was the best option in the world. and the best outlet. I don't know. So it was really encouraging. Yeah. Well, one more actually would be specifically at Wheaton, the professors. I found that being honest with professors about what was going on in your life, and not just honest, like my life is tough, but being extremely brutally honest and specific was really helpful. And it was encouraging in two ways. One, it was just nice to get it off your chest, to have someone hear you other than a peer, but also their reaction, and the reaction that they not only didn't judge you, but were there to help and honestly had probably been through something similar, which sometimes shocks you with the Wheaton professors, which are supposed to be some of the most profound Christian figures in the academic world. So that's pretty cool to hear that they've been through something similar and look where they are. And I don't know, that was huge for me, the professors at Wheaton. As cliche as that sounds, and as much as you hear that, it was true for me, so I have to say that. Well, the process is definitely not over. It never is. So, I mean, obviously that's the right answer. But if you were to say how long was the process, the honestly, I'd probably say a solid 6 months. I would say from February till the end of the summer. Obviously, into my sophomore year as well. But yeah, that whole second semester basically and into the summer as well. So when I came back sophomore year, I definitely felt like a new person. The process was still continuing and growing, but the initial actual climax of that, you know, turning point in my life, I guess, would be, February, March, April, and May. So basically the second semester, yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah, no, I feel like it's hard for me to really answer your questions without, first of all, being a lot more specific with details, and also not, just making everything this huge generalized